Welcome back again, gardeners. It's Vicki with 5B Gardener, and I think it's May 10th, May 11th, something like that. Just want to do another weekly update on my garden. I've moved a lot of things around, so I'm making progress. Doesn't always feel like it, but I am. Well, let's see, this is basically the same as last week. Over here, those alliums are so pretty. I don't know what kind they are, but I kind of like that they're shorter like that. And I'm going to get some of the taller ones, like gladiators or something like that, and plant them in amongst my ditch lily foliage, because they will hide the ugly foliage as the allium dies. Anyway, that's plants for the future. So, something I still need to get done. I still need to chop down these barberries. I have two of them. There's one there and one directly behind it. And the reason that hasn't happened is they are so spiky and big, and my trash service only hauls away one trash can every week, including household waste and lawn waste. So they used to, no matter what you would put in lawn bags, they would take that away. Now, for some reason, they've switched to a different plan. I think it's because they got the automated trucks. Anyway, kind of a pain. I gotta look into it and see if maybe they'll do some sort of once a year, you know, like large waste pickup or something like that, because, well, you'll see. I have already a lot of yard waste over there that needs to get picked up. So, but moving on. The irises are starting to fade, but still looking pretty. I'm thinking about what I'm going to plant in front of here so that I have something in the springtime and it's not just blank. I really like the way that my salvias are looking, so I'm thinking about trying to find more salvias and get, you know, maybe like 7 or so salvias and put them in there. I don't want to transplant these over there because they're so pretty, but that's kind of what I'm thinking to fill that space. But we'll see. I changed my mind a lot. Up in here, there's a lot of things that are going to start filling in. So it looks really weedy, and there is a lot of weeds and grass growing up in there. But there's also a lot of perennials that are coming up. So I have multiple clumps of coneflower. There's another hardy hibiscus that's up there. That's gonna, right in the center of that plant right there, it's gonna have pretty pink flowers. I planted 4 artichoke seedlings. I don't know if they're gonna all make it, but I want to say there's one there, and then kind of like diagonal, there might be one over there, and then like one over there. I tried to put them in places where they might fill out and like block out the grass and weeds in these empty spots. So we'll see. I can't even remember where I planted them though. So once they start coming up, I might have to move them or move something else. We'll see. The Sweet William just looks so pretty. Really makes me want to get more of that particular plant. I had no idea how vibrant the color would be. But I've seen other kinds of Sweet William, and I'm not really a fan of the multicolored ones. Well, this is technically multicolored. It has like a softer pink on the inside. Can you see that? But from standing back here, it just all kind of looks like this cranberry, almost with a purple hue. It's just really vibrant, and I don't know how to describe the color, but it's super pretty. My lupin is just amazing. I mean, it's never bloomed before, and look at it. Oh, almost fell. But for its first year, that is, I mean, not its first year. It's probably 3 years old now, but it's first year blooming for me, and this is what it looks like. I mean, it's crazy. That is something, though, I think that got planted when I was doing my wildflower garden, because I don't remember actually planting the lupin. And I know I've been waiting for it to flower for a very long time. So I think it was started from seed in my wildflower garden, and it's not in a great spot. Kind of big for front of the border. What I would like to do after the blooms are done is try to transplant it to the back of the border. I planted some more lupin seedlings back here, kind of like along where that columbine is. And I think what I might do is move the lupin back there along with those other seedlings that I planted so that they're kind of all in the same area. And then also another thing I've been thinking is I have 4 Stand By Me clematis planted right there, and you can see the first bloom. They're super pretty, but they point down. Let me get a little close up of it. And so what I was thinking is I should move those 4 clematis up to the next terrace level so that when their little blooms are pointed down, you know, people can actually see them from the sidewalk. And then that would also give me that space to put my big lupin back there. Now, I believe lupin are not a fan of being transplanted, so I will have to be careful and just dig down and get as much root ball as I can. I think, if I remember, they have a long taproot. So it's probably going to be tough, but I do think I'm going to attempt that. I did move some things, like these are Veronica. I believe they're all purple, and I transplanted them so that they're all in a clump together. I did the same thing with these pink salvia here, so this is different from my last video. I just want to start getting bigger clumps of my plants instead of having them kind of spread out everywhere. I do have 3 big clumps of yarrow, just leaving those as is. Except for right here at the very front, it looks terrible because I dug some out to give to a neighbor, and I didn't know that they were so hard to get out. And now I have this part looking pretty terrible. So I might, I don't know, go buy a plant or something and plant it in front of this just to kind of help hold it up and hide that a little bit until it recovers. I also transplanted this Artemisia. It was right there, and this oregano is growing so aggressively that it was starting to crowd it out. Plus, this geranium that I'm hoping is going to take off this year is going to need space to kind of spread out. So I just figured I should move this because, you know, it was getting overtaken anyway, and it just wasn't in a great spot. So that's why that got transplanted, and that just happened earlier today. Looks like I need to give it some more water again. What else did I move? I think that's it since the last video. Now, my big thing that I did, I cut down all of those shrubs that were up here. You can see I still have this tree trunk I need to get out, and there's some more trunk here. Man, this sucker, I tried to come at it every which way for my chainsaw, and I guess I just have a little wimpy chainsaw because it was not, it was not working. So I need to work on that some more. I even tried it with like a regular handsaw, and I am not strong enough for that. So, but anyway, my big project that I'm so excited about was getting those removed. Here's all of the evergreen shrubs that I took down, and just a bunch of other yard waste. And what I did was I planted 4 o'clocks. So those are already in. I covered them with some mulch and watered them in very well. I had soaked the seeds overnight before I did it so that it's supposed to help them sprout faster or something. But I really like the way that it looks. Like before, when we had those big evergreen shrubs here, it just kind of looked more like a wall, and it blocked off you seeing all of the tiers. Whereas now you can see every tier as it steps up, and I think that, you know, the 4 o'clocks will probably grow up to about there, but they won't block the tier above them. And they'll kind of hang over a little bit probably in the front, and I just think it's going to look so pretty. I said this in a previous video, but I used to have 4 o'clocks about 20 years ago when I lived in Arkansas, and they were beautiful. I just really enjoyed that plant. It was, you know, super simple. Once it was planted, it just kept coming back every year, and I thought they were really pretty. So I'm just really looking forward to those springing up and filling in that space. And like I said, I really need to get that out of there. So that is going to be happening soon. I think that's all the changes that I made down here. I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm getting these big projects done that, you know, every gardener has like a list of things that they need to do, and I'm pretty bad about actually getting them done because I'm always focused on buying plants, planting plants. That's the part that I enjoy. I don't so much enjoy, you know, having to tear out giant bushes and things like that. But sometimes that needs to happen to make your vision come to life the way that you wanted it to. So I'm making progress, I'm getting there, and that makes me really happy. All right, well, I think that's it for today. Just a short little video. Thanks for watching.